Yeah, what we see here now, it is extremely laggy. We are in PTU 4.6, we got access, and we want to stroll a little bit. Primarily to find out what to expect, if any, when it comes to commodity trading. We go to area 18 as we usually do. We could go to arbitrary, so we do not need to travel that much. We just wanted to do a strolling through the 4.6. We don't do actual trading because we already know when we buy boxes and deliver it tomorrow, the boxes will be gone by tomorrow because they will patch all day, all night. And so these boxes will be lost, and we do not want to waste time and money. Something that will be gone. But nevertheless, we want to have a check on. Last time we did the PTU, the commodity boxes, the box configuration, haven't been the same as when they came to live PU. And that was really surprising for us because we expected that they will do not change the box configuration, but they did. And so whatever we will figure out today, we cannot rely on because they can change it anyways at any time. So we will see. Yeah, we are waiting here. What we see here is also the file size of the PTU. The whole directory of the PTU is 140 gigabytes. Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you run both, you need to have basically 280. Yeah, look at that. The life is even bigger. That can be because we have some backups inside the directory, that might be the case, or maybe some cache files as well. But we start out with 140 for the PTU. So we have, we can't see anything here. We didn't change much here. What we have one one monitor. It says it's on Vulkan. We go to D3D, we say native quality, CIG, we got NVIDIA. Alright. Cache is still creating here. Yeah, what did we do? We wanted to increase field of view. We want to see something here. Yeah, looks better. Not good, but better. So what do we wear? Yeah, a great thing. What the fuck is this? A great thing about the PTU is you see what you actually have account bound available. And there's plenty of stuff by now. Lots of trash, lots of stuff. Come on, we go for this, just for the sake of easiness. Oh, god fucking damn it. We would understand when we are in triple monitor setup that the lagginess will happen, but it also happens when with only one monitor, native and all that. It is, can't believe that 5 million players actually accept this quality of... Why do we have so many glasses? See, that is not something really specific to PTU. That is something what we have in life as well. So in here we see where are we don't have a lot of guns we would have expected are not there. Isn't that bad, but it's not what we had expected. We go for this one. We just need to have some gun. Yeah, this is new that we have a tractor beam here directly. But what we are missing is basically the mat device. Yeah, we're getting used to this mat device. So let's have a check on the ships we have available. Where are we? We are at the obituary. We have a large hangar, interestingly. And we call... the escort. But what we also need to have is a Supermax. No loot box. Slow. That goes directly into the backpacks. Tractor beam, the big one. Nice. So it would be even an interesting thought if we would go to obituary next time as a primary location. We would we probably won't need to set our respawn point to somewhere else because it would be obituary anyways. And the best thing about that would be that we do not need to walk around the station to get into the hangar because we're already here inside the hangar. It's fast spawning. That would be awesome. We have an Atlas. That means we pledged for an Atlas. We go Asgard. We go for the black one. Do we have any weapons? Probably not. No. Alright. The Atlas. Do we have a black paint? Something like a black paint. Nice.
Welcome to the ASUS vehicle retrieval vehicle
The
collection.
ship. Yeah, people already complaining about server performance. Up until now, we haven't seen anything that is unusual regarding to is specific to the PU. What we could do is we could have a check what kind of stupid items we can bring on the. Yeah, this is something that didn't work. What we have here is something like what is the name of? Motion blur. Motion blur off. Liquor cabinet, yeah, this is something we spent IRL money for that. We can't use it. Locker from another universe, okay, but no items, no icon. Then we have these placeholders. We can't do anything with it. What the fuck is this placeholder? Okay, we are curious. This is the aquarium, doesn't also work. So we have lots of stuff. Yeah, even that one. That was, what is this? Best in show. Yeah, bullshit. From last year, previous year. It's just 1 year old. We cannot bring that up the elevator. It's poorly. Yeah, we cannot say anything else to that. It is poorly. Poorly made. And what else? Come on. Hurry. Other. Liquor cabinet. Here we go. Yeah. These pyro stuff we did. We also cannot retrieve. We teared our asses off for this bullshit. Posters. We know the poster. Poster seems to be the only stuff that actually works. Yeah, as you can see, we spend a lot of money on bullshit. Polaris, yeah, that still works. Let's see what else. Asgard ship poster. Okay. Christmas stuff. Bring that up. Let's have a check on that. And what we actually wanted here, that is the main reason why we ever. Others. So, if you want to retrieve the atlas through the elevator, it is on the others. So tractor beaming sideways is decent. Scrolling is not that great. It is low. Subjectively is lower than it was in PU. Oh no. Oh no. We do not have the key bindings or the joysticks. What are we gonna do? What do we even have? The gladiator. We have the gladiators. Joystick 1, joystick 2, load. They are mixed up. Yeah, so first time flying with mouse and keyboard for a long time. Let's see if we still can handle that. No key bindings, nothing. It's a little bit challenging. Wow, we can use the mouse. Incredible.
Shields offline.
Turrets. Oh, this is super laggy. 13 frames, 18 frames. Massive. Yeah, well, this is PTU, don't expect anything and still get disappointed. But now they say 30 frames. Let's see how that will change as soon as we go to Shepherd's Rest. So, I mean, we from here we already can say visuals. Yeah, the clouds from up above seem to look even better than it did before. Is that relevant? Do we need to have that? No. It says 30 frames, 55, 60 frames, while in quantum jumping mode, where we can't do anything but wait. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Milliseconds, 35 milliseconds. Not very bad. Last time we had been here on Shepherd's Rest, we had a frame drop down to 4. Let's have a check. We should have some low light stuff. At least people talked about that. Would you expect to have a button in your ship, or should it be something like a keybind? Don't know. Just L? Do we see if we have lights on? Yeah, that is the reason why we need to have advanced HUD. We have no information about anything here. Default HUD, default HUD. There are ships, we have music. The caves, we see now the caves directly from the ship's HUD. Do we have now power? Why can't we see if we have lights on? I can't believe that people actually fly like this. Yeah, we have lights on, but we need to have to be close enough to see that. Yeah, we have frame drop, but it's not that bad. But bad enough. More or less below 20 frames. So let's have a check. We got more or less the same configuration. We got 48 SUs PTU for 49. Do we have enough money? We will see. Should we? Yeah, come on, why not? Fresh food, 128 SUs, the same like before, for 20. So here price increased. We started out with 14K, now 6K more per SU. We will have a check on that. Then Dagnus Root 48, we got 44K per SU. We need to go to Carnot View to have a check on the price over there for the Dagnus Root. 48 SUs for Golden Madmon, 51. So we assume that the price we pay for buying it will be a better profit if we buy commodity for a lower price. Okay, so probably we should have taken notes for our inventory work, but we didn't do, because usually people don't do trading in the PTU. And so what do? We go to Saccharin, and there we can deliver Sunset Berries, Pitambu, probably Golden Madmon as well, and the fresh food as well. But we want to go to fresh food for, what was it? Levski. We want to go to Levski for the fresh food. Fresh food, Dagnus Root, Gold Madmon, Pitambu. Yeah, Pitambu is the only commodity we just bought that we cannot bring to Levski. Sunset Berries, we can bring Sunset Berries to Levski as well. And when we look at the prices over there, we have Sunset Berries for 79. We spent 65. That is 14K profit per SCU. Then we have Golden Madmon. We spent 41, 51. And we can sell it for 54. That is only a 3K profit for Golden Madmon. So our assumption is so far correct. Then Dagnus Root is for 53,000 and we bought it for 44. That is a 9K profit, and fresh food is 26. 6K profit per SCU. The only one benefit, if you will, for going to Levski is you can sell it directly out of the ship, and this is what we are going to do. We need to load everything into the ship. The Pitambu will be the last stuff we load into the ship, because that will go out first at Saccharin's Blood. Yeah, when we hear this music, we always think, oh, danger is coming. Danger is coming. 5. Yeah, Pit and Bull, like we said, will be the last we will take out. We don't bother if we get pirated or anything else. Just PTU. Because most of the actual pirates don't do pirate. Oh, what the fuck? Don't do pirates because it is PTU, right? There's nothing for them to gain out of it unless they want to grieve. But then we would talk about griefers and not pirates. So when it comes to box configuration, we will load one side with the big boxes, so with that we have the frame. If it would work, probably not. Nice. See, that's what we meant. Scrolling needs to be faster, it's too slow. We need to scroll 4-5 times, minimum 5 times, in order to be able to bring it into the ship. Fear. 4 times. 4 times is too less. You need to scroll 5 times and then hope that you can bring it into the ship. That was once faster. The challenge is how many times is the proper speed, right? And maybe it is also depending on the mouse we have. We have a defect mouse because anger management failed. And so we damaged our mouse, but we got to say the mouse itself actually still works. But we need to scroll 5 times in order to be able to have it close enough. Oh, what the fuck, who's calling? question is, should we already start to... This is a little... Don't know why they load the smaller boxes onto the bigger ones. Maybe because we chose the fresh food first, loaded onto the elevator, and then the smaller ones. That is the reason. Yeah, it looks like it's even the visuals of the boxes got a little bit better. It's not the box itself, but the influence of the light and the reflection. Small details incredible. Who is that? Do we need to hurry? Yeah, that is interesting. This is now the second time we lost contact with the box. And we haven't done anything special, fast, rapid, or something. How is performance? 20 frames, we feel it already, it's not that great. Did you see that when we moved the smaller box and move too fast? Yeah, the light beam becomes red. Hello? Alright, so we are back here. We had a phone call, that's why we had to be shortly muted. But when we look at the box configuration, we would say we are not used to. We can say we are not used to actually using properly the grid. And we are not really satisfied right now. Because we have one load, one complete load here at Shepherd's Rest, beside the carbon silk, of course, and all this stuff doesn't fit into the ship here. That is not good. Alright, last load. How many? Yeah, we wouldn't really say that we had been active properly because we had phone calls and maintenance work at work. But now it's an hour and our primary location is at Arbitrary right above this planet. So 24 ICUs, right? Is it 24 ICUs? 24 boxes. It's gonna be challenging. So we thought that we would bring the Pit and Boo here and here. Yeah, we calculated wrong. Exactly something like that. Oh, morning is coming. We have 20 frames. It feels like 13 or something. But the boxes don't jiggling. We actually had once the situation we wanted to do trading, but we didn't do because the frame rate dropped that drastically here at Shepherd's Rest. And as you can see, yeah, it says below 20, more or less sometimes. Now it's 25. I'm not sure if that is depending on what we are doing, or see, 18 frames. As soon as we drop the box into the ship, it goes down to 18. Now we have 29 even outside of the ship. Tractor beaming, rotating, and bringing the box into the ship, and goes down below 20. And remains down below 20. And we would say that is, don't know, engine error. That when we go into the ship with all the boxes, geometry and visuals and whatnot, that is the reason why the frame drops. And then we would say, yeah, well, it was maybe too ambitious. And it feels like as if the box started jiggling. Star Citizen too ambitious. Not that they can handle that, not to find solutions to make sure that frame drop doesn't go below, let's say 25 or something. But will they? Will they do that? Are they willing to do that? And we just claim, no, they aren't. Because as long as the community... See? What was that? Rotation? Sometimes it loses connection to the box. And we do not know why. See, again, just losing touch. It has to do something with rotating, or at least it looks like. Yeah, it feels like as if the boxes had been better ones. In a physicalized sense. It behaved more like actual boxes. And it might be, we do not know, it might be that there had been special boxes that had no issue. For the shooting. Off we go to Sacran's Blood. Delivering Pit and Boo. So in general we can say with the Asgard you will be able to load one complete batch of all the variables. And why the fucking fuck we cannot fucking close the door? Somebody said that is focus interaction, that is the term. Focus interaction in Star Citizen sucks as hard as navigation.
Engines online. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
We thought that we would have advanced mode. Why don't we? Defaults, advanced HUD in SCM, yes. Is that the reason why? Because we...
Shields online. Shields offline.
Are we in... We are in fucking VTOL mode, that's why it takes that much time. Where the fuck do you have the information? If you're in VTOL or not? I mean, who flies in this arcade mode? Unfortunately, what? Did we just miss it? Because we are already used to it. Come on, get the fuck out of here! Yeah, we are still in the ship. Oh, god damn it. CIG, what the fuck you doing? We need to scroll 3 times in order to get out of it. We need to click. CIG is tearing apart this project. Yeah, we will
Drive is now on.
be off for a sec. All right. Saccharin's plot.
Is now off.
Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh. We are definitely not used to flying with mouse and keyboard anymore. Looks like empty. It also looks like water. Oh, there is someone. Beautiful music, yeah. We usually, oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. Can we not? Why can't we use external view? Look at that. That beauty. Wow. And with that music. Yeah, gotta admit, sometimes we don't appreciate what's there too less. Maybe because of the frame rates of 19? No. Because of the lagginess, the bugginess? No. Are we? Oh, stupid fuck.
Online.
Why?
Landing gear deployed.
Why can't we use external view?
All systems offline.
Don't tell me that either. What the fuck? Is that the new glitch? Glitching through your bridge? Nothing here. Yeah. Every time when we want to open up the ramp, we need to press a couple of times, and we wonder what this is. Lens flares? Is it just us, or is it that the grid is not working properly? What we could say up until now is that the box configuration like we see now here in PTU is the same like we have in PU. So we do not expect we don't expect changes when it comes to live, but that is something what we said last time as well. So we will see what happens. But if you want to enter the commodity trading playstyle, as we do, it's still working, at least it looks like. We will see soon if we can sell stuff. Not sure if we would spend that much time here in PU. What is this? Sunset. See, we need to even scroll 8 times in order to get that box away. It's not great. We wouldn't say, is that performance? No, it's probably configuration or something. Is that Steam damaging us? This beautiful music here. So many caves everywhere. So we also could buy Bertilium. What the fuck? We could buy Bertilium. So how much did we buy? So selling price. Do we have your Yeah, come on, we just sell. We don't care about the prices. Sell. Come on. Sell all 3.7 mil. How much starter money do we have at the PTU? We will see at the very end how much profit we will make. Yeah, looting sucks hard. Will suck hard in 4.6. Didn't get any better. But what it feels like, and we are not quite sure if that is because we only play on one monitor, but we think the visual increased. And it takes still ages to load the previews of the loot. Takes way too much time. And we can say with that, it has nothing to do with the resolution of your screen. So if that will remain, you will find some interesting stuff. The loot boxes here. Is that mine? Yeah, that is mine. But it's not that bright anymore. Yeah, it's not blinding yourself anymore. Yeah, off we go, Levski.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online. Shields offline. Landing gear raised.
We basically fly blind. So question is, how can we navigate to Nix? We type in Nix, click, click, click. Doesn't work. Does anybody know how to navigate to Nix?
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
It's actually pretty close.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Oh, lucky us.
Quantum drive is now on.
Be right back. should have enough fuel.
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
It's calm sailing here. We should be able to go to Levski with one jump. Yeah, nice. Obituary, gaslight, Levski, no problem with the Asgard. Default loadout.
Quantum fuel is at 25%.
15 frames, 13 frames.
Fly safe!
Shields online. Landing gear. Landing complete. All systems offline.
Yeah, almost crashed, but survived. So the question is, do we unload these boxes, the off-grid boxes? What the fucking fuck? This new?
Welcome to the ASUS Vehicle Retrieval System.
Auto stored? Okay. So this is new, this corner is new. That you had to go down there.
We'll be leaving the station momentarily.
Frames. Yeah, they released something like an illness here at Levski. And interestingly is we don't know if that is a coincidence, that there will be something similar on Earth soon. So when we just have a quick scroll here, it looks like as if we can still sell the same stuff. Let's have a check. Choose the ship. Come on. That is still fucked up here, this scrolling. 79 is what we have listed, so price didn't change. Yeah, price didn't change. But what we see here, Technos Root is only 3k profit per SU. No, Golden Mapmon, sorry. And Technos Root 6 or something. So we sell them all. What we don't see is... Wait. The fresh food. Yeah, it doesn't work. So what they show us is only the off-gridded boxes, but not the box that is gridded.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Capsule now approaching station. Leaving the station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
What is this place? Never had been here. What is this? Is that new? We just took the vertical people mover. Oh. What did they do? They moved something like an extra floor in between the elevator and the refinery. Yeah. This is something new here. Yeah, here also looks like kinda... Both of them looking... Nah. Distracted. So this is still subfloor, the lowest floor. And they added an extra door inside here. Interesting. Yeah, it says 28, 29 frames, but it doesn't feel like.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
So let's try to get back into our hangar, retrieve the ship and unload the boxes. Not quite sure if that works as designed, that we cannot auto-unload anymore. That might be the case.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected.
We hear coughing here even when we are single in the hangar. Oh, is that the new commodity box moving event? Yeah, box in a box. That is new in 4.6. Expect bugginess, massive bugginess when it comes to. You cannot track the beamer box that is below when it has too many boxes above them. Let's have a check on. Can we? No. But we know there where we loaded it, Shepherd's Rest, from the freight elevator, it worked. It doesn't work here inside the ship. Yeah, that car thing would be a reason to stay away from Lavsky during 4.6 patch. There is a delay when lowering the elevator. Oh, come on. Oh, holy motherfucker. There's a box in the box. That's why we couldn't use the tractor beam over there. Jesus Christ. This is... Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. We can make a bet. Yeah, we can make a bet. You can put a thumbs up if you believe, or if you bet. Better say bet. Yeah, if you believe, if you bet, CRG will fix this. And if you put a thumb down, you will bet that CIA won't fix this double box issue. Frames. Whoa, get out! Is it coming?
We'll be leaving the station momentarily.
It takes ages, and at the end, it didn't take the signal. We know it took the signal because of the yellow outline. Okay, so 22 SUs. There are SUs missing one box. Maybe it's still in the hangar, we do not know. We're gonna sell 1.7 mil. All of the fresh food. Deckness fruit, all of the Deckness fruit. All of the golden medmon. So basically from all what we did, there is only 2 SU box of sunset berries that is missing. And now we have 17.9 mil. We do not know how much money we actually had at the beginning, but now we have 17.9. And that only when we buy everything except carbon silk at Shepherd's Rest, bring the Pitambu to Sacran's Plot, and the rest over here. This is PTU. We could have gone and offloaded all other stuff to Saccharin's Blood. We know we can sell Dagnus Root there. We know we can sell Golden Madman here, there, and even fresh food we can sell there. We could have sold everything at Saccharin's Blood, but we came over here because we wanted to utilize auto load, auto unload, and that didn't work. And so we do not know if it's just because the auto store function of the ship. Yeah, you barely land and the ship auto stores. We do not know if that is the issue. What we can do is we could auto load the ship with barrel here and then bring it to, no, see? Oh wait. Where's the fucking ship?